Good afternoon, folks. This is Hunter Jackson again with Giant Recreation World, Winter Garden, Florida. Today is the day. So we are finally introducing a motorhome, and what better motorhome to introduce than the 2025 East to West Bravado, the 33DS, DS meaning dual slide. This is the first take that East to West has had in the diesel Super C market, and they have absolutely nailed it. So I'm very excited to show this one to you. Ton of great features and benefits, and let's just get into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, and just like normal, let's start off on the front of this 2025 East to West Bravado 33DS. So this is going to be on the Ford F600 chassis. This is a 6.7 liter Power Stroke engine. This is a terrific way for a Class C to feel just driving it over here today. You know, a lot of Class Cs, especially your big ones, they start feeling bogged down once you get rolling down the highway. Not this one. Plenty of torque, plenty of horsepower. It feels how a motorhome should feel. Definitely want to point out this is a modernized chassis. So this isn't a Freightliner. This isn't a, there's a whole lot of different C chassis you could do. I think Ford does a terrific job by not only their ride quality, but also the looks on the outside. Definitely want to point out that we have a molded fiberglass front cap here with a little window for the bunk up above. Something that East to West has been doing more and more is putting in these frameless windows on the outside. This is going to be a huge benefit as far as water intrusion. It's much more difficult for the water to get in the way that these are designed. Here we've got, here we go, a little something poking out below. Our auto level system on this one. I do believe this one is a hydraulically driven auto level system, but once we start getting into these compartment doors, we'll be able to take a look. And I do want to point out that we have 2 side cameras and then 1 on the rear as well. Taking a step back, we've got a legless awning. This is going to give you a ton of space out on the campsite. You don't have to worry about your door smacking into your awning. This is the 3-legged version, which is going to be a little bit more stable. It's also a large awning. I don't think that they could do it in a 2-leg version. This is a full body paint coach, not a single decal on here. And you can see in nice pretty lettering, the East to West Bravado. Very nice. We do have a couple of outside 110 ports. And then down below in our compartment door here, you can see we do have a 2000 watt Renogy inverter. We'll also take a peek. We've got lithium on board, so we'll talk about that here in a little bit. These compartment doors feel fantastic. They have strut assists on the inside. They're nice and deep. They're roto cast, and they have these beautiful little plugs so that if you do get dirt in here, you can spray it off and it'll just drain directly below the RV. Definitely want to point out there's a little bit extra storage over the top here, but I haven't seen any pass through yet. So we'll look at all these compartments and see what's going on. Outside TV is an absolute must, especially for the folks that are going to be getting into the Super C territory. They're probably pulling something. It's typically the reason they want this. Again, rotocast on the inside. No pass through up there, but that's okay. And then our final storage compartment on this side. Very, very well laid out, great design. Moving around to the back, very dirty. We just got that one in today. So it's going to be going into the detail shop here shortly. I do want to point out that we have a tankless hot water heater. This is the Fogatti version, as well as a 4-inch steel bumper here off the rear for your stinky slinky. Also, it's just nice having a bumper on the back of an RV should anyone run into you. It's going to protect that very, very expensive rear laminated wall. Here's our towing capacity for this one. So we've got a 10,000 pound hitch on the back of this. Gross on this particular trailer, I believe they say 18.5 on the website, but they're guaranteeing 10,000 pounds off of this hitch alone. We do have our 7-way connector back here already ran for you, so you can use your trailer brakes. and a nice ladder that takes you up to the top. Moving down the side of the RV, classic east to west, giving you a little light for the outside so that when you're hooking up at night, it's not very difficult. Let's see what we've got going in here. A little outside LP quick connect. Kind of a strange placement, but I like it. Right next to your propane tank. There we go. Next bay is going to be our water system, so it's all enclosed into here. This is where your black and your gray tanks are going to drain into. It's going to keep it tucked and out of the way, and you run your tube down this hole right here. I always point it out, but I love when manufacturers put all of their water connections right next to one another. It makes it very easy to Y pipe them into one another. We do have our diesel fuel port over on this side. And this is going to have 2 diesel tanks on it. We'll put a little note on the screen because I can't remember the sizing for it. They do one for the main chassis and then an auxiliary fuel port to be able to fill off of the other one. It's just the way the Ford chassis work. Here we go, baby. So this RV comes with a generator like most of your motorhomes would. This is an 8K Onan diesel generator. It is extremely powerful and extremely quiet. It doesn't have to rev high in order to be able to run both ACs. Very nice. 2 more to go. Oh, here we go. Pass-through storage over the top here. You can bring your 8-foot long outside white tables. Love to see that. And our final bay is going to be for our electric power cord reel. So this power cord does, can't really see it, but does plug in on the outside, but at least they give you a cord reel to kind of keep your hands from getting as dirty when it's time to pack up from the campsite. Like all these Rotocast with the drain ports down there. So that power cord going in there, getting some dirt on the ground, you're going to be able to spray it out super duper easy. While we're back here, I always like to point out the types of slides that they're using. East to West has chosen the slim rack mechanism for these 2 slides. Do not mind it one bit though. I actually enjoy that they put everything that's heavy away from the slides, and we've got things like our theater seating and dinette over here. And like most East to West products, they've done a terrific job of doing the slide box. So this is a fully laminated slide box painted on the outside. They put the metal skis down here for you. These are little things that are attention to detail that are going to make your RV experience 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line way better, because you're not in the shop getting new slides, what do you call them? Slide skis on the bottom of them. Nice windows on the outside. Parked a little close to this other unit. You can see we're all painted. A little dirty here. Beautiful. This one's also going to come with the upgraded tires, and these are 19.5-inch rims, similar to what you would see on a Class A, like that. Good shocks down below here. Let's go ahead and take a look into this big engine compartment. In order to access your engine compartment, it's typical on a truck where you're coming down to the side here to pop the latch. One thing that I noticed though, right when I went to go pop, we do have a emergency start down here. So this is going to tie your house and your chassis batteries together, kind of helping with preventing you from stranding yourself should your chassis go down. We've also got a couple other switches. We've got foot pedal moving in and out to be able to get you that perfect ride height. The seat is fully adjustable. Beautiful cockpit that Ford has chosen. I mean, this feels very modern. Doesn't feel like you're in an E-Series chassis, similar to like a lot of the East to West RVs, or actually just most of your Class C RVs in general. But let's check out this front here. As to be expected with a big RV, we've got a big engine. We talked about it once before, but this is a 6.7 liter Power Stroke engine from Ford, mated to their brand new 10-speed transmission. You're going to get a little bit better fuel economy than in years past. Just looking around, it seems like a typical car engine. Things right in the middle. Everything's pretty easily accessible. We've got things like our coolant, our brake fluid. Are we over here? Yeah, brake fluid. And then what we got going on in the back here? Something yellow. Probably figure it out later on. Windshield wiper fluid, super easy to access. We do have 2 batteries, which is typical on a diesel coach. Not too shabby to work on. I would imagine most things, if it's not a typical coolant or fluid refill of any kind, you're probably going to need to take this bumper off, but I know Ford did a good job of making things fairly accessible once you get this front end off. All right, and let's go ahead and take a step inside. So we spoke about it once before. We've got a couple of steps out here, but we do have lithium power on board. This is something that I hope to see coming from a lot of manufacturers out there. I took a peek at it earlier today. We do have 2 lithium batteries. This is a very, very pricey upgrade for the manufacturer to do, so I'm glad that East to West splurged a little bit, especially on their Super C debut. Right off to the side here, we can see all of our information regarding power. We do have our charge controller, our inverter, which we can go ahead and flick on now that we're in the RV. Our auto level system is very well placed. Quick battery disconnect, awning controls, the step controls, lights, all sorts of good stuff right here, right next to the door where you're going to be using them most. Off to the side here, we also do have a small fire extinguisher for any emergencies. And let's step inside. Holy cow. Now this is a first look. We haven't got everything set up on this one quite yet. Things like, you know, decorations for the bed in there or different cushions that are down below here. But first impressions is, whoa, East to West. Very, very good floor plan. This is incredible. Let's go ahead and start off in the kitchen area. We've got a nice deep stainless steel sink here with our drying rack for any dishes. Mated to a induction cooktop over here. You can see we're up and running now that we have the inverter going on. Because they chose not to do the oven option, they went ahead and put it in a convection microwave. So you're gonna be able to fry any chicken or do your popcorn right after. I'm not a massive fan of the convections because I do believe that those two things should be split apart, but it's nice that they can tuck both of those into one convenient area. Great cabinetry on this one. Everything is on soft close. Nice and deep, massive, all the way back. And check that out. Ooh, soft close. Down below here, we do have more storage underneath the sink. I like that they've given you this area. Sometimes they'll close it off right in front of those pipes. Just be aware of when you put things in there, put your lighter things so that things aren't flying around back and forth and messing with your plumbing at all. But again, soft close. Below the stove over here, we've got 4 drawers. One thing that I noticed pulling these out earlier, I like that they come all the way out. So there's no this where you're sneaking your hand into the back. They give you full access to the drawers, and that is true for both the tops and the bottoms. And those soft close as well. Check this fridge out. We've got a 16 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerator. This is something that is pretty large for a Class C. I've seen some bigger refrigerators, but they're typically residential style on maybe your Jaycos or different manufacturers like that. A lot of space in there. And with your freezer down below, we've got a double layered system so that if you've got things down here, you can put things on top and you don't have to take everything out to put it back in like that. There we go. And then where's the pantry? Oh, so we've got a large sliding pantry off to the side here. I like that they finished it off with a board in the back so you can lean things up against it. And like we always look for, look what East to West did. This is your trash can spot. They haven't put it in here, or maybe we haven't put it out yet, but this is where it goes. Terrific spot, out of the way. Well use of the space, East to West. Beautiful kitchen, but I want to go ahead and pan around to the different parts of the coach that others are going to be using, such as the bed above or the cab over system that they're using up here. We do have a nice big TV that can be viewed from the entire living room, aka these 2 theater seats right here. There is a Lippert ladder up in the corner there that would be used to get up onto the bed. I think that's a queen size bed, but we'll also put a little note on the screen here and see what East to West is calling it. Like with all frameless windows, we do have our night shades. mated to our day shades and everything in between. And then they put a beautiful window up here in the front, which is easily accessible. You pull this down, there's magnets on the back side here. Boop. And now we've got the blackout ability. So no one's getting woken up in the morning before they want to be woken up in the morning. Didn't see this earlier. What we got going on here? Oh, just additional storage. Very nice. It's a convenient spot to put things that you're going to need right before you walk out. Maybe a dog leash or an umbrella. And then up above, we do have our radio controls and another storage compartment. A couple things for the TV up in there. This would be a good spot for maybe a satellite receiver or something of that nature. Moving around. So we've got 2 theater seats in here. Both are powered. That is a big upgrade. Not a lot of manufacturers are doing powered seats that are standard. East to West is on their Bravado line. They're very comfortable seats. They're kind of maybe a suede-esque material going on there. Comfy, that's what I mean, comfy. Little spot for some remotes. And each of these seats do have USB-A charging ports. Moving over to our dinette area, a lot of windows going on in the back here. I like to see that. You've got all the views in the world, but our dinette over here will drop down into a bed. I think you would be able to fit at least 1 adult, probably 2 teenagers on this. This is a large dinette, also finished off with the solid surface material, just like we saw in the kitchen there. And I always like a good drawer. Makes getting things in and out of these dinettes way easier. Oh, forgot to point out, we do have storage up above all of these that should hold itself up. There we go, like that, and like this. And then when you want to go down, they're on soft closes. Moving towards the back of the coach, want to point out your control system, easily accessible even when the slides are in. We've got our AC that is out here controlled, which this AC comes with a heat pump. That's a 15K BTU Coleman Mach AC. And then back to our control panel, we've got everything for your gas, batteries, fresh water, black water, gray water, and galley. This is also your generator start stop. We've got living room and kitchen lights respectively. It does come with the Arctic pack, aka 12 volt tank heaters on the bottom. That's going to allow you to camp in much colder weather than what you're used to. And then what do we got here? Driver's side rear light on. This must be for your emergency light or security light over on the driver's side. If you were to think somebody is on the wrong side of the RV or isn't supposed to be near you, you could flick this on and scare them away real quick. Moving towards the rear of the coach, I like the door that they're using here. This is a pocket style, tucks away very nicely. They're also putting in a nicer mattress than most RVs are doing these days. This is a nice feature to see. They also carry over the solid surface onto the nightstands there. This whole coach just screams elegance and luxury. It is very, very nice. One thing I don't care for, and I'm a smaller guy, is this ability to get around the bed. It's a knock a little bit, but if you were to shorten up your mattress just ever so slightly, you'd have a good foot to get through to the back. Definitely want to point out, we've got a nice big TV facing the primary bedroom here. And then as we make our way back, we've got hanging storage on this side. And by hanging, I mean a ton of hanging storage on this side. Good drawers on the bottom, nice and deep, just like the other ones. Also soft closing. And then we have an additional hanging storage next to it, or you can put a combo washer dryer in here. So that's something that I could see a lot of people using on this unit. This is probably going to be for people that are pulling trailers. Typically, full-timers aren't going the Class C route. They'll be going the Class A route. I could see somebody like a race car driver grabbing this unit, and they need to wash up their clothes before they leave for the weekend. Slick little closet setup. I really like it. But let's check out the bathroom. They put it on a nice piano hinge that opens all the way, so you have easy access into the restroom. Again, solid surface. We've got a bigger bowl sink than you see on a lot of RVs. A medicine cabinet up above, which is very spacious again. And a side cabinet here for just a couple other little toiletries, maybe extra toothpaste, deodorant, things of that nature. Down below, we've got more storage. This would be a great spot for your toilet paper or any cleaning supplies. And then over here, we've got additional storage. You could put whatever you want in there. I don't know what you could put in there. I'm running out of words. We do have, though, a porcelain toilet. Nice feature to see. I expected nothing less out of a coach of this caliber. And this is the best shower I have ever seen in a Class C. 36 by 36 with the spray ports on the side. Incredibly spacious. You do have a nice little window over here if you want to peek on your neighbors right after you get out of the shower. And check this sucker out. Probably said it 100 times, but I'm about 6'2" with these shoes on. I have so much room. Let me see if I can get a better angle for you. I mean, I could dance in here. You're putting 2, 3, 4 adults in this shower. This is a very, very nice shower. Let's go ahead and sneak out the other way and flip this camera around and get one more pan of the bathroom area. Plenty of space, good seating on the toilet, and a beautiful shower. And let's go ahead and point out that they went ahead and did a max air fan in here. None of those rinky-dink little tiny fans. This is a full-blown fan. You are not going to have a lot of moisture buildup while you shower or take a nice hot shower with your tankless hot water heater. Let's go ahead and pan around one more time. We've hit this coach pretty hard and pretty fast, but there is a lot to see. I really encourage you guys to come and check this one out. This is very unique for the Super C market, and like with most East to West products, they are putting in features and achieving things that other people are charging way more to do. They have access to a lot. The founder of East to West was the daughter of the CEO of Forest River, who has passed along now, but she is doing things right over here. Look at this coach. Wow. Alrighty folks, this is the first motorhome that I posted on the channel. I thought that it was only right that it is something that is brand new to the market and something that I truly love. I mean, if I was going to buy a Class C, this would be the one. This is a perfect couples coach. You can bring the grandkids along for the weekend. I know that East to West is working on a couple other different floor plans that would account for maybe bunk beds or additional space. This is on the shorter end for a Super C at, they call it a 33. It's probably a 34, 35, 36, somewhere in that with the nose on the front there, but terrific motorhome. Really want to show a lot of you guys this. If you have an opportunity to swing by, we are located in Winter Garden, Florida. I don't think this one's going to last very long once people figure out how special it really is. Yeah. Like always, my name is Hunter. This is Giant Recreation World. I really appreciate you guys all watching, commenting, subscribing, and we're going to keep pumping them out every single Friday, God willing, every single Friday. And yeah, this is the 2025 East to West Bravado. Thanks for watching. Later.